Good day, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It is 8 o'clock in the evening. It's the 25th of May, and we're waiting for the newest Rust Or rotation. Where will it happen? I have absolutely no idea. What skins will we see today? I have absolutely no idea. My hunch is, because it's the last week of May, by default, silly skins. Are we going to see some weird, goofy skins? Like, I don't know, aliens or pizza? We don't know, but we'll find out in a minute, won't we? Will we see a skin creator getting their first ever skin accepted? We don't know, but we shall see. But I'm also under the assumption that we very likely might see just maybe one or two more old skins, so old submissions being accepted. We were introduced to it at the very beginning of this month with the likes of the Camouflage Net Garage Door and, of course, the Low Poly Tools. So I reckon we'll probably see, I don't know, maybe an old armor or clothing set potentially being accepted. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but by default, what we are anticipating today would be the likes of Hard Suit Steel, as a new version 2 was submitted. We also have the potential to see the Reptile Hunter hoodie and pants, and of course, Pizza. Yes, Pizza. Pizza did get a tier 2 finally submitted. Now, if that were to be accepted, that would be an early pick. So I'm sure you've seen, as you can see over here, my Rust Workshop skin checks. We've already discussed this. If we just hop over to here, yep, here is my most recent list. Let's just refresh so you can see I'm signed in. Lovely jubbly. So yeah, as we scroll down, these were all the newest skins that were submitted this past weekend. So you never know, we might potentially see an early pick today. But I just wanted to show to all of you that, yes, we could potentially see Hard Suit or Pizza tier 2 today. But the main candidate, as I quickly switch over to the top picks for May 2023, week 4, I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be Reptile Hunter. Like, when I look at all of these skins here and here, I don't think they're that interesting. I think it's going to be Reptile Hunter. Just get a good look at that. If we see Reptile Hunter hoodie and pants being accepted, of course, as you can see here, the tier 3 as well. Would it be surprised in the slightest that that gets bought out? So the spike in demand and the spike in price, because, well, not only is it a continuation of a collection, it's green. Just like our pockets, they'll be green as well. Green with profit, in the positive. Yeah, you know what I'm on about. You know what I'm about. As you can see here, positive. So, yeah, last night we only had one abnormal skin. Let's go take a quick look at you. So right now, there's only 12 listed. It's over 3,000 requests to buy. We talked all about that last night with the abnormal video. It looks like everything's going to be fairly okay with the sleeping bag from hell. It sold a very reasonable amount. 21,000 sales for the sleeping bag from hell, perfectly fine. No need to worry about that. It's just going to do its thing throughout the year, and at some point towards the end of this year, wouldn't be surprised if it comfortably goes in the positive when we see a whole lot more people playing the game. So, yeah. But what we do have to be concerned about is the amount of sales that all of these skins had. Whoa, okay. So, by default, whiteout, I will say this. If you are invested into the whiteout boots, we always see the whiteout collection on the front page of the Rust Steam market, all right? You shouldn't worry too much. This always refreshes every hour, and it's usually, right, it's usually the skins that appear on the front page are the skins that sold the most based on their quantity within the past hour. Whiteout is always being bought and sold and bought and sold and bought and sold and bought and sold. So, whilst this has an absurd amount that was bought, estimated, but it's very likely, I still think as time goes on, we will eventually see the whiteout boots go in the positive. I am somewhat concerned that we will see the whiteout boots go in the negative for a bit. You've got to understand, how many people do you reckon bought these in excess? I mean, I can just click this right now and show you there's several accounts which apparently have several... yeah, look at that. How many of them have thousands? Yeah. So, it's going to be awkward. It's going to be very awkward. But by default, whiteout collection, when you look at all of the other amount of sales that we've seen, I think it will eventually be all right. Because these all did eventually. And, you know, they might have very high quantities on the Steam market, but the demand keeps the prices up. So, we shall see. But I am completely worried about the military hoodie and pants. Or rather, I'm not too worried. If you can... I'm not that fussed to buy all of them. They have bought... So, okay. The amount of sales that we have here in comparison to the kilt and the tier 3, well, this only had about 14,000 sales each. This had 9,800 sales each. 44,000 plus. I think we're oversaturated, based on the collection itself. So I worry for this. I don't think it's going to be doing very well. I think we're going to have far too many of these on the Steam market and on third-party sites. At the very least, you've got yourself some cheap desert camouflage, because I worry for that. I worry for it a lot. And I think it's because a lot of people on TikTok said, oh yeah, buy this. This is the best investment this week. Well, you know, have fun. AK seems to be doing okay. Yep, 30,000 sales. Normally I'd be a bit worried, but that's still less than the comics AR. And the one driving factor I have with this is it a budget comics AR? Time will tell for that. And then the other stuff here, I'm not too fussed with it. So yeah, that's basically it. We have 3 notable collections that we expect to see potentially a continuation of today. But you never know. As I said, we very likely might see some old submission randomly appear for this week's rotation. We have absolutely no idea what to expect, but we look forward to it. Will it be a silly, goofy skin? Pizza's probably a perfect candidate for that. Or maybe UFO. UFO might be okay for that. What else might we see? I don't know. What do you reckon? Maybe another Abyss skin? Maybe another random tempered deplorable? We have absolutely no idea. But all we can do is just sit here and wait. And has this adjusted yet? No, unfortunately not. So, not too much to talk about today for the intro. But again, we have no idea. So by default, we will expect most of the skins will be coming from that German guy's top picks list. Or maybe, just maybe, we'll see some early picks, much like the Frog cosplay last week, as you can see here. Oh no, I meant to show you this. This was already accepted. This was an early pick. So, will we see anything from this batch being an early pick today? Time will tell. Maybe we'll see Adobe. That's actually one quick thing that I just wanted to mention. Oh, it's not here, it's in the other one. Adobe deplorables. Got quite a lot of these. Yeah. Kind of wouldn't be surprised if we potentially see one of these Adobe deplorables being accepted today. It promotes you know, buying and using the building skin itself. So, what do you reckon? Do you reckon that lines up perfectly? Do you reckon this pattern lines up perfectly with these walls? What do you reckon? Do you reckon we'll see these accepted today? Time will tell. We'll find out in a bit. Let's skip ahead and we'll find out in, I don't know how long. So, right. Right then, people. It's almost 9:30 and the answer is... Reptile. Oh, Capybara. Yes! Yes! Okay, I pull up. And I'm at the after party. Okay, anyway. Reptile Hunter. Yes. Adobe, I know. Oh, Pixel. We did get a very old random clothing skin. It did happen. Diva Dan, please make Pixel armor. Please. Well, there you have it. Hobo sleep. Oh no, spelling mistake. Well, first of all, let's just go through all of these and just quickly see how long they've had to wait, I guess. Well, actually, no, we need to do the buy orders. All right, we'll talk about all of that afterwards. All right, so let's just skip ahead. Hello, gentlemen, I'm back. So, yeah, we waited a little bit because I like to do that. I like to see how some of the sales kind of roll out so you can see a nice reaction. So, yep, a nice quick refresh. And what do we see? Brand new skins. Well, lovely. I knew it'd happen. Nice to see you. Yes. I'm very happy about that. I invested into it, chat. YouTube, did you invest into the Reptile Hunter collection? Did you anticipate its arrival? I did. Yeah. It's a wonderful feeling when everything works out very nicely. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to figure out, okay, what's abnormal? So let's just go do that real quickly. And then we'll just quickly acknowledge who made what. So, yep. Nope. That's abnormal. Nope. That's abnormal. Yep, that's abnormal. Yep, okay, nope, and nope, and nope. Okay, cool. So we got 1, 2, 3. The Capybara Rock is abnormal. The high quality metal AR is abnormal. And the Monument's glass garage door is abnormal as well. Cool. So we got that all nice and covered. So before we start talking about all the new skins, I just wanted to quickly go over, you know, who made what, because, yep, we got 9 skins. Very nice. I'm very surprised to see the Pixel boots were selected. I was definitely thinking something random was going to appear. Wasn't anticipating this. Divadan has not made tier 2 or tier 3 armor after about 6 months since we saw the Pixel hoodie and pants being accepted. So I know he's involved with TF2. I'm fully well aware of that. If you go look at his workshop right now, I mean, you're probably... go to his main profile and then go to his workshop. You'll just see tons of TF2. TF2, 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 TF2. He worked a lot on the recent Twitch Rivals batch of skins, Twitch drops. But anyway, I should also say congratulations to 1SQ as well for helping out, because they were a duo, and there's 2 Johnny Old Boys here for some reason, but yep, he made a very, very cool looking garage door. This was made back in, is this an early pick? I think this was, no, it was posted, he updated it. No, so technically speaking, this might be a late pick. All right, cool. Cool looking garage door, looks very nice. We'll be talking about that in a bit, of course. Then we got the likes of the Adobe box. Fully anticipated its arrival, not surprised it was accepted. Well done there, WAG. Chat, YouTube, now that we've seen this happen, we are going to be fully prepared now that we're very likely going to see container skins accepted for next week, because we're going to see the sheet metal building skin containers. Yeah, so that's going to release next week, I'm sure, for Wipe Day. It's all the container walls, which you can change the colours of. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if we see container theme skins being accepted next week. And there are some very interesting ones. We'll save that for later. So very nice to see that being accepted. Not surprised it was. And, of course it was Freddy and Krueger. They made the likes of all of the resource door skins, such as Stone Door and the sheet metal door. So yeah. Then we got the likes of... Perfect. KK, guys... If you're happy to see this, I just want to bring this up to you. He's actually making a pet rock collection. He made a penguin. He made a capybara. Maybe next week we could get the very fat-looking hamster. And you'd know about that if you saw my Rust Workshop skin check. So, is it only going to be the capybara? We shall see. Is this going to turn into a capybara collection? We shall see. So... that was a typical pick, I believe. All right, moving on. Hobo sleeping bag with the spelling mistake. I hope it gets that fixed. Yeah, that is a typical pick. Reptile Hunter. Yep, I fully expected your arrival. Jimmick, you've been very successful this year. There is going to be a lot to talk about. Gentlemen, this is what it looks like with the tier 3 armor. Do you reckon that looks cool? Well, think like this. Do you reckon it's good camouflage? That's going to be a discussion point. And yeah, and then we got the AK-47 high quality metal. Yep, that looks cool. Not surprised that was picked. Nice design. And I think, Diaz, is this your first skin to be accepted as a solo? Because you're always usually working with Robstar. Regardless, good job. And I know there's more. He did make another one this week, so yeah, maybe there's more on the horizon. Cool. So that's all of the skins. Let's now start talking about the buy orders. So we just had the regular skins immediately appear after the Rust or rotation happened. And well, this is wacky. This is silly. This is madness. All right. So within like the first 2 minutes of this appearing to be marketable, 900 of these appeared. It's mainly due to this person right there. Okay, but let's just point that. Yeah, okay, that's addressed. Wonderful. But when you look at how many buy orders there are, there's 1,000 here at 46 pennies. So this is in American cents, but you get the idea. 1,000 here, 500 here, 800 here at 63 cents, 500 here at 70 cents, 800 here at 74, 900 here at 75, 680, 1,000 at 89 cents, 92 cents, 96, sorry, 940 at $1, 120 at $1.05, and 184 at... It's so... Is it going to go below its Rust store price? At the moment, I don't think so. Okay. People with a lot of money can definitely keep the price up. We know. Do you remember how people first reacted when we saw the Arctic camouflage poncho being accepted and when it first became marketable? There was a lot of people trying to keep the price up, and they did for quite a decent amount of time. But that only lasted for a while, and eventually it did go below its Rust store price by when it went down by like 40%. I am conflicted. I don't know. Is that going to last? Is the person who's buying... No, they've put down this buy order. Are they going to happily sit there and just keep buying them, Maybe. Maybe people will just, not every... So we've got to get this addressed. only the people that bought them last Thursday can now sell these. And when it hits when it hits 1 o'clock in the morning Friday, everyone who bought them on Friday will be able to sell their whiteout boots, and then etc. For each corresponding day. We're going to see more and more and more of these appearing on the Steam market. I will not be surprised in the slightest that happens. Will people, by default, think, oh no, this is potentially going to be ruined, and they see this and think, you know what, I'm just going to cash out immediately and get my money back? The option is there if you want to take it. Or will you just hold on to it and see what happens in the future? This is a very silly, stupid, crazy, maddening situation. The fate of those boots just depends on the faith of whoever put those high buy orders. It's very likely the same people who bought thousands of them. They don't want to see it crash and burn. They want to make sure their investment stays up, and they have the money to keep it up. So that very likely could be the answer. For now, I think, as I said, it's a whiteout skin. The demand will always be there. It will probably struggle a little bit over the course of these, next months that will be happening. August will come around, maybe it'll do better. And then, well, post-Christmas time, let's see what happens. But I am expecting probably at least 2,000 of these appearing on the market by the end of this week. Now let's look at the likes of the Arctic Skull AR. So, 900 requests to buy, a whole lot more reasonable. And we have been talking about this quite a lot. This did 30,000 sales almost, and, well, it's got a decent amount of buy orders, pushing all the way into and above $1. This might be special towards the end of this year. I cannot guarantee it, but I'm curious. I've been thinking about it. I mentioned it many times to you. Could this be the budget option compared to the Comics AR? At the moment, there seems to be a reasonable amount of interest that it very likely could potentially keep a decent amount of value up. And when we hit the good times, maybe it'll go up even higher. Let's see. I put down a fairly decent buy order, so I did like 90 cents, and then I did the $1.10 buy order there. So let's see what happens. That's my position. I'm happy with that. And then we've got the double barrel Nana, double barrel shotguns. Yeah, but then, look, when you look at all the buy orders, 950 seems to be all right. Seems like it'll probably stay above $1 at the very least. Yeah, very strong around $1, all the way up to $1. It very likely will be staying above. But, will it literally sit just above $1 for the rest of its life? We'll see. Frog Cosplay Boonie Hat. I have been talking about how we've seen a lot of boonie hats being accepted this year compared to previous years. I'm a fair bit concerned, but it's a goofy hat, part of a fairly goofy set. We shall see if it does all right. At the moment, 959 requests to buy. Pretty good. 85 cents. Going up to there. Seems all right. Sorry about that. I hiccuped. See, it's here, and if this person gives up, then it's all the way back down to here, and maybe, it'll probably sit around $1 for a long time, so it probably won't be going up in price anytime soon, but you never know. Just takes one YouTuber to be goofy and run around as a frog, and then everybody wants to be a frog. It's not good camouflage. I will point this out. It's too bright. All right, so what we see here, pretty much the exact same thing. Buy order's going all the way up to about 80 cents. Probably going to be all right, but, we've seen a lot of cosplay. We've seen a lot of poncho skins being accepted ever since, well, Arctic camouflage, which I literally just mentioned earlier. At the very least, it probably only go down slightly, in less than $1. And then, when times are good, probably go up. Again, both frog cosplay are very odd, but they're goofy enough that I can see people happily using them as just a fun thing to wear. So, yeah, I think they'll hold their value, but I just don't think they're going to be great investments. I don't imagine this turning into a $5 skin. You never know, but we'll see. I just don't see it happening. And then there's the military. This is the one that I'm very concerned about. It's got a lot of support. There's a lot of requests, but they're all low. 50 cents, 50 cents and below. 50 cents and below. Then you got a few people pushing all the way up to 80 cents. Guys, there was an excessive amount of these that are bought. Too much, I believe, especially in comparison to the already existing pieces of the military collection. We'll see how it ends up, but I'll be honest with you, I just don't see it working out very nicely. And as I said, when we see that 75% discount hit the Paris 2023 CSGO sticker capsules, I think we're going to be in trouble. And this will be one of the very notable ones. And with that, we're done. We can now start talking about all the new skins. So let's hop over. And as I said, we have seen, I bragged about this because there's a very notable reaction going on at this very moment. And let's see what the highest, or rather the most in demand skins are in the first hour. So the Rust rotated about an hour ago. Oh, it's the cool looking Capybara Rock. Okay, cool. So, Mr. Keke, congratulations. I'm sure you are aware, Mr. Keke made the very goofy looking Easter chick door. And ever since then, because he did also make a rock, unfortunately I wasn't accepted, but you thought, you know what? People like Goofy, I'm going to keep at it. He kept making some more things. He ended up with the Capybara Rock, and now we've got a Capybara Rock. It's selling for $2.99. Now we have to genuinely sit here and think, how many people want to run around with a Capybara Rock? All right, I just realised everybody wants... No, I'm joking. Rock skins. Last year, they were kind of rare to see. This year, not so much. We quite literally just saw a rock from hell, which was a fairly pricey rock. So far this year, we've had a frog rock, so that counts for the goofiness. We've had a rock from hell, so that's part of a notable and cool-looking collection. Now we've got a Capybara rock. I guess you could say it's both goofy and cool. So, it's awkward. It's fun. I can definitely see a lot of people appreciating him for what he is. I mean, just look at him. Just look at him. Look at him. And potentially we'll see all of his friends. I think we're past it with the penguin. Keke, re-release him for Christmas. We never see a penguin-themed skin being released for Christmas. Save him for Christmas, right? I need Pingu for Christmas, right? But then, like, next week, this is up for contention for potentially being picked. Just chuck him at someone. Go for the eyes, bull! Go for the eyes! You know. So, look at him. Look, so fat. So fat. But, do you want to see pet rocks become a collection? Do you reckon we only need one, or would you like to see plenty more? Don't forget, you can go to the workshop page right here, and you can offer some ideas. You can sit there and say, hey, Keke, I need I don't know, what do you think of? What type of animal would be really... Hedgehog. There you go. Hedgehog. Perfect. There you go. That's my idea. Do you have any ideas? Feel free to sit there and say. You know, I'm sure he would welcome it. So, yeah, just think of silly things and tell him. But, okay. In terms of the investment. Let's be not ADHD. I feel like he'll be doing all right in the long term. I am cautious about the amount of sales. Let's just reflect what we've seen recently in terms of the Frog Rock, which had about 25,000 sales, and the Rock from Hell, which had about 20,000. Yeah, just under 20, and this had just under 25. He's doing all right. This is going down a fair bit. That's the From Hell collection in general. Capybara, what will you end up? Maybe we don't need to worry too much. It's an abnormal. We can do our biodas first, then we can make considerations. But he's so cool. I think we should just be patient. But I really do feel like he'll be doing all right in the future. The more interesting, cooler designs for rock skins tend to do very nicely as time goes on. If I just scroll down, you got a football there, you got a watermelon, you got the North Rock there, you got a burger, you got a fish, you got a brain, you got a turkey, you got a big slab of gold, you got a big shot of ice. You know, they're somewhat interesting. When you look at the more recent ones, they're a fair bit goofy, not like something that stands out super nice. Oh, bread. Everybody likes bread. So, yeah. I think he'll be doing all right. And if we do end up with like a group of these, maybe... Oh, mate, we'll probably have like a Beanie Baby situation. That'd be... Beanie Baby rocks. We'll be rich. We'll be so rich. Yes, Keke, I'm giving you the $1 million idea. All right, well, we'll see what happens. It's abnormal. I don't want to rush into buying it. I want to see how it rolls out, and then we'll make considerations. Cool. All right. Monuments Glass Garage Door. Mr. Johnny Old Boy has been around for a long time, and he does randomly come out with just some really cool looking skins. And as we showed you, one look at this, awesome. I think that'll get a lot of appreciation as time goes on. And it already is. Second most highest selling skin so far. Again, it's only been 1 hour, but still, we can still see that people like it. Garage doors. We've been seeing a lot of them appear this year, haven't we? We have had... How many given away for free? We didn't actually... We didn't actually see any of them being given away for free for Twitch Rivals, which was a bit of a surprise. But earlier this year, we had 2 given away for the charity event. So far, we've seen 11 Garage Door skins appear in 2023, 9 of them being marketable. That recently had a TikTok video made about it, and then suddenly everybody bought it. That just looks nice, part of a well-known collection. Looks good with the other pieces of the camouflage collection. But you are straight, an individual, all by yourself. You look cool, you glow in the dark, a little bit too bright, I'd probably say. Don't stand in front of it at night time. This is awkward. I've seen some, like, do you remember the Lunar New Year Garage Door, which looked amazing? I thought it looked really, really, really nice. I mean, you literally just saw it a second ago. That was a $4 skin. That ended up being, that's gone all the way down to $1.18. But I'm led to believe it's because we've seen so many Garage Door skins being accepted. So, World, great thing to bring up. It does remind me of the Rust Island car rug. It does remind me of that. That's actually a very good shout. And that turned out very nicely, didn't it? I think the appreciation will stick around and it will do nicely in the future. But I am concerned about the short term. Because we see far too many Garage Doors being accepted so far this year. It's abnormal. I don't need to rush into buying it. I have my concerns, but I can also show my appreciation for it. And clearly, it's selling very nicely. People do like it. But again, it's only been 1 hour, so we'll just move on. Now, with the Adobe door, again, not surprised it was accepted. It promotes people wanting to buy the Adobe building skin. So you shouldn't be surprised by that. But it blends in ever so nicely. Get a look at that. Just lovely, lovely, exquisite, perfect. Will people be buying this? How many people do you reckon bought the Adobe thing? I don't know if SCMM can track that. Can it? Apparently it can tell there's 357 plus. But SCMM cannot track every single account. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. I'm not actually going to track that number. I'm not going to treat that number with respect because it's not definitely going to. It's going to be more than that. It's going to be more than that. Even though Adobe in itself is a little bit too expensive, personally, I'd sit there and say that. I think that will be nice. I think that will do okay. I think a lot of people will be using it. It has a straight, instantly good use, if you know what I mean. So everyone who uses Adobe probably instantly think, I should probably get that. Yeah. Now, in the future, there's going to probably be a whole lot more people buying Adobe building skins. Let's also point this out. If I just go over to here real quickly. So just go to here to featured. Right now, this is selling to the equivalent of about $15, if I'm correct. Do you reckon they'll ever do like a discount? Do you reckon that's possible? I kind of wouldn't be surprised if it is possible. Do you reckon in the future we might see more of this being bought? And with more of this being bought, let's say if there was a discount, do you reckon randomly we might see this getting bought out because of it? Because it's like the instant go-to perfect thing for it. Hard maybe. I'm curious. I can see it instantly working out, but then again, sheet metal doors are just a bit awkward. What do you mean? Well, we have tons of them that exist. We have 181 sheet metal doors that exist. This is one of the items with the most skins in the game. So as you can see, we've had quite a lot. Last year we had 25. That was stupid. And you can see there, like quite a lot of them are in the negative. Not very good. With this, only the stone door and the abyss metal door are currently doing all right. In about 2 weeks' time, we're going to have the 75% discount happening with CSGO Paris 2023. I am concerned, but I can see it working out all right in the future. I don't want to rush into this right now, but I can instantly see this wanting to be used purely because Adobe, the building skin, might work out all right. I'm going to leave that as a hard maybe. I'm not going to buy that now. Hard maybe. All right. Let's move on to the AR. I am looking at this. I think it looks cool, but how many ARs have we accepted so far this year? Just take a look. Because we literally just had the budget whiteout. Literally just had the budget whiteout. And don't mind that. That's not legit. That's not a legit number. We're not all rich, right? So yeah. So far this year, we've had 13 marketable AK-47s given sold. and then we just had some given away. We just had the Team Rocket AR made by Slenosta. That was a drop for the Twitch Rivals. Awesome looking AR. We're going to see a whole lot more AK-47s in the future. This might look really cool right now. But you know what? We had a lot of AKs that looked really cool when they came out, and then they went down in price. And just look at last year. Yep. Look at it. Just witness it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah. So, I am respectfully sitting here, and I'm going to say it's abnormal. I don't need to rush into buying it, but I'm not confident with it. Looks cool. I do want to sit there and say that. I mean, last week we had budget whiteout. Would you sit there and say it's budget blackout? I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. But like I did say, Diaz is actually trying to turn this into a collection. He's just had the first one he made instantly be accepted. We potentially might be seeing some more being accepted down the line. So, all right, we'll just have to wait and see. Will it work out all right? Maybe, but it's abnormal. I can do my borders first, then I can make my decision. All right, that's the safest approach. Reptile Hunter hoodie and pants. Right. Do you remember about a month ago we had the tier 3 and I was doing my predictions video. I was like, no, guys, I know Zimmick. He's been doing very well this year. He's been getting a lot of skins accepted. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if he makes a hoodie and pants or a tier 2 and then it gets accepted. Well, I invested into it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And what happened? Well, as I said, I was fully expecting it. I was looking at all of these other potential contenders. I was like, you know what? The only real thing that I can see potentially getting some good pull that could potentially actually, you know, work out very nicely. I'll just refresh. Tick, tick. Reptile Hunter. Guys, this is what it looked like earlier. Oh, well, not so special. We've refreshed it like 10 minutes afterwards earlier. Yeah, good thing we still kept that. So, yeah, it's now selling for $3 each. This went as low as 10 quantity, and this went as low as, well, you just saw it 7. Did you see that? Yeah, they got bought out. But now everybody saw that this happened, and now they're selling it. And I don't blame them. The spike in demand has happened, and if you go look at the front page, bam. Wow, whitetail boots already on the front page. Anyway, yeah, there you go, ta-da! We see Reptile Hunter Tier 3 being bought out. The spike in demand has happened, and the spike in price has also happened. So, both of these, earlier, they weren't really selling for that high of a price, were they? And you can just look at its recent history, and you can see it all for yourself. Look at that. I might have to refresh again, just so we can see it. There you go, there you are. So, what we see here is around, so when was this first, oh, Benji, I spotted you, ha ha ha, look at you, you tried to sell it for $6 each, ha ha ha, you fool. Anyway, so, he's in my chat, don't worry. Yeah, this was selling for around $1. We had a bit of a spike in interest because we saw it being submitted last week. Yep, we've been talking about this for a while. And then now it's been bought, and, well, quite a lot of them have been bought right now. And it's not going to stop. It's going to keep being bought and bought and bought and bought and bought. So, we now have to question, right, are we going to have a situation exactly like the military hoodie and pants, where we see far too many of the hoodie and pants for this potentially being bought in comparison to this? Maybe, hard maybe, but there is a special thing about this. If you saw Twitch Rivals, did you see how overused the Forest Raiders was? They had to ban it, didn't they? Everybody was using it. It was hard to see people. For the longest time, a lot of people have been questioning, is there a decent budget Forest Raiders out there? And I really am going to need to probably go in game and just get a much better look at all of this, because this potentially could be the one. That is what it looks like in game when you pair it up. So that's tier 3 with the hoodie and pants. Looks nice, by the way. Like, cool design. But, by default, is this going to be potentially one of the go-to camouflages? It's not too bright like Frog Cosplay. Also, we'll point this out, UFO Tier 3 is just a little bit too bright as well. So this potentially could be very good. Is it going to be the best in the grassy areas? Probably not, but not all the grassy areas are like super dark green, bright green. It's a reasonably good blend of some browny dark green, so I think it could probably work out all right. We'd have to test this, won't we? But, you know, now that we've got the next core piece, and as you saw here, with this appearing, this goes up in price, we now await the tier 2. So you saw last week when we saw the final core piece being accepted for military, the pre-existing core pieces just went up. Spike in demand, spike in price. That military kilt went from like $7 to $27. So we're now sitting here awaiting the tier 2. Jimmick's going to make tier 2. I mean, he finally caved in and made pizza tier 2. So I think he's going to take a bit of a break from that. You know, pace himself, then we'll see tier 2. Maybe we'll see tier 2 later on next month. Maybe he'll time it so it appears for the July wipe day. That very likely could happen. So do keep this in mind. The skin creators are well aware wipe day is probably the best day to get their skins accepted. So I have seen quite a lot of them time it just right to make sure that they appear at that time. So we'll see. Feel free to go to the workshop and ask him, hey, when do you reckon the tier 2 might be appearing? So, yeah, wouldn't be surprised. I'm confident he's going to go ahead and make it. So we need to sit here now. We need to consider, right, okay, so should I buy it? We just saw what happened with military hoodie and pants. I think we need to pace ourselves. Chat, YouTube, here's a lesson to learn. You don't need to rush into anything. As I said, I am fully under the belief that he's going to take his time getting the tier 2 out. I think you can wait until Wednesday or Thursday, look at how many have sold on scmm.app in the store section, and then make a consideration. You need to keep an eye in the comparison to the sales that the Reptile Hunter had, and if we end up in a bad situation like Elite Crate, do you remember Elite Crate? The exact same thing happened where the tier 3 was the first piece to be accepted and we got hoodie and pants after. But the main problem was we saw about 16,000 sales on average for the tier 3. And of course, when this appeared, it was spiked in price and demand. But the problem was is these two had 30,000 sales plus. So, down 26, down 36. Not good. Bad. Very bad. We have to hope we don't see a situation like that. We need to hope that at most, there's only maybe a few thousand more than 17,000. If it happens like that, that's fine. That's fine. If we end up with 30,000 each, then we're in a little bit of a problem. Bit of a problem. Yeah, bit of a problem. So yeah, let's just pace ourselves, see how it rolls out, and then make a decision on Wednesday. Because if it looks a bit bleak, we'll just do a buy order instead. Much like what we did with the military hoodie and pants. We saw the amount of sales it had. Oh, I'll just do a 30p buy order. No, Philip, stop it. Bad, Philip. Bad. We're going to pace ourselves. The smarter approach is to take your time, see how everything rolls out, and then do it, not last minute, but like close enough. Because that's where you can make the more educated guess. There you go. That's the answer to say. Cool. Hobo sleeping bag. I don't know. I am actually surprised this was accepted. Bear Trip has made a lot of interesting skin collections. And now he's got this. I'll be honest with you, this is the type of skin you'd see accepted a long time back. Back in the old days, this is exactly what we saw. Those days were perfect. I'll be honest with you, maybe role players will appreciate a bag like that. But I don't know. It's a very generic style bag. But again, I can see loads of role players looking at it and thinking, I need it. I want it. It's mine. Let's go look at the prices from lowest to highest, and then we'll see if there's a very notable... Oh, it already is. All right, so. Holiday themed. All right, instantly. Understand, holiday themed skins tend to struggle when it's not the holiday, but when we get close to Christmas, that's going to double, triple in price. So, you've got some spare money. Maybe it's time to start investing into Christmas things. Just point that out now. This just probably sold too much than what the actual demand was for it. I remember when that came out. Sad to see that happen. That clearly had far too many sales. Holiday themed. So these are both for Easter. This just was very plain, welded metal. Salvaged hazmat. I guess people just don't like the design of it. Valentine's holiday theme. Star bedroll used to be pretty high priced. There's only 343 of you. I'm surprised by that. And you're this price? Whoa. Pit stop bag. Why are you so low? I'm actually quite surprised by some of these. But anyway, okay, this one right here. Hobo sleeping bag. Do you know what? I could see this. I think a lot of your friends will bag you in and they'll give you that bag and call you a hobo or a bum or some silly things like that. That actually... How come we don't have a clown bag? Oh, mate, come on. Look, I've got so many good ideas. My best friend is a clown. You could have a clown, and on the pillow it says my good friend or my friend is a clown. It's so easy. It's so easy. I really do feel like we should have like a April Fool's Rustle Rotation week, and we just have goofy, silly ideas like that. That'd be funny. Anyway, maybe hard, maybe. It's just very generic in style. But no one does anything like this anymore. Do you need everything to be super flashy and crazy? I don't think so. It's a bag. It's a bag. So, you don't have to... Don't buy out the star bedroll. Anyway, now we'll move on to the WAG's Adobe Large Box. Again, much like with the Adobe Door, maybe this will get a decent amount of appreciation purely based on the fact that with Adobe potentially slowly getting more and more people buying it and using it and appreciating it, yeah, maybe people will be doing things like this, role-player bases and whatnot. You get the idea. All the nice decoration. Wow, look how pretty my base looks. Yay. Maybe. That's a hard maybe. Still, by default, look at it. By default, still a cool-looking large box. I'll give it that. So, if you look at that and think, wow, that looks pretty interesting regardless, sure. I mean... It's pretty nice. You could probably set up like a role player's dungeoneering type of base. That looks like a pretty cool treasure chest. We'll see. So again, not rushing into buying it. I'll take my time. I'll see what the demand looks like. Then I'll make a decision. And now we got this guy. So in terms of extra old type of skin, you're the one, Pixel. And yeah. Pixel, you keep getting a random acceptance every now and then. Guess what we got for Complete the Sets last year? Pixel hoodie and pants. And now we randomly see this just after Complete the Sets. So yeah, we got the little extra rub, the final bit of Complete the Sets. Pixel boots. And I'm actually surprised to see it, that the acceptance of the boots actually caused people to jump in and buy out the Pixel hoodie and pants. I am surprised by that. I guess it's people anticipating that more Pixel stuff will be made, but I've already made this point. Diva Dan, he is mainly involved with TF2, the creator of the skin, by the way. I don't know. You really do need to start considering talking to him and message him. Like you could go right here, go straight to here, go to the boots and say, Diva Dan, where's the armor? I need the armor. Where's the armor? Where's the tier 2? Where's the tier 3? I need it. Stop making cat girl. You don't need to see that. Stop making cool looking unusual effects for hats and make me a goddamn tier 2 and tier 3 armor. Please. So, yeah. Nice to see it. Nice to see a random skin getting a little bit of appreciation. But, yeah. And yeah, Toxic. I know you're sitting there saying, ha, most of it's in red. This actually hasn't updated. That's now above its Rustore price. Both of these are now above their Rustore price. This is now selling... Oh, no. This is now selling for over $2, and this is now selling for just a little bit below $2. So you might sit there and say, ha, it's all in red. Well, I mean, it's changed now. How much is the bandana selling for now? Very close to $1? Yep. So, yeah. Just a new piece of clothing and armor. People still jump in and buy it. So that right there, boots. I mean, I'll be honest with you, you just saw it yourself. We haven't seen any Pixel for a very long time. And I kind of get the feeling Diva Dan probably won't. I don't know. Maybe they won't. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know. If he doesn't make any new clothing or armor, then I don't think the boots will be doing all right. But if he does, and we see it being accepted, and I get the feeling Face Punch likes Pixel because they keep accepting it, even though he hasn't made any new skins in such a long time, then yeah, the boots would definitely greatly appreciate that, and of course go up in price if we see tier 2 or tier 3 armor being accepted. So I don't know. That's the deciding factor. Start knocking on his door. Don't run away. Just make sure you stay there and ask him that question. Can you make tier 2 and tier 3 armor for us, please? Please. Yeah, that's basically going to be the deciding factor. So, yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. I know that was a very, very talky type of situation there, but there was a lot to think about. Rarely did I ever think, well, because of a DLC, this might go up in price gradually, So, yeah. Yeah. So by default, I'm mainly happy with the likes of the Reptile Hunter hoodie and pants, but I will warn you, don't buy them until Wednesday. That's my answer to you. And just you wait. He's going to get pizza accepted as well. He's going to get his pizza tier 2 accepted as well. I just know it. Everybody loves pizza. But it is competing with Hardsuit tier 2 version 2 next week as well. Maybe the pizza tier 2 potentially is picked randomly for a future complete the sets. Maybe. We'll see. So, yeah, that's the main thing that I've got my eyes on. Capybara Rock still, again, it's one of those things that's like, in the long term, he'll go up. So, yeah, that's basically everything that we needed to be concerned about. Will the Reptile Hunter be good green camouflage and cheaper alternative compared to the likes of Forest Raiders? Will the Capybara Rocks still stay cool and be in demand by everybody? Will the Monument's glass garage doors sell too much or not? We'll see. Will there be enough people who will buy... Will enough people buy Adobe, the building skin, for us to see the Adobe door go up in demand along with the likes of the Adobe large box? How many more high-quality metal skins will Mr. Diaz make? Or will he start returning to work with Robstar a whole lot more? We'll see. Will Dividend ever make more pizza? Damn it! Pixel, tier 2 and tier 3 armor. We greatly appreciate it. And how many times are you going to beg your friend in one of these and laugh at them? We shall see. So, what is on the horizon? We've pretty much talked about every single possible thing that we could. I don't know. I mean, at the very least, I will sit here and say I've got my new... so all of these skins you see here, all of these skins were submitted over the past weekend, so you can go look at all of this. If you want to get a link to this, it is from my Rust Workshop skin checks videos. So if you just click this, look at the description, you'll see it right here. And, of course, you can watch the video as well where I go through all the skins and we just kind of anticipate if this skin were to be accepted, would the pre-existing skins potentially go up in price? We talk about that because, always keeping an eye out for collections. So, yeah, it's all there. It's available to you. And, yeah, I think I'm pretty much relaxed and chilled out and happy. I think I've said everything that needs to be said. So... we are still waiting for the 75% discount to happen for the CSGO Paris 2023 sticker capsules. That is still on the horizon. I'm still expecting it to be fairly early in June. And that is when we start to see some very unfortunate things happening to the likes of our Rust skins. Prices will be affected. We will be going through a bit of a downtrend. Also, I do want to bring this up. Don't forget about summer sale. We also see a dip with summer sale. That's going to be the beginning of... that's going to begin in... not on the 29th of June, and of course end during the beginning of July. So yeah, cool. Put that all out there in front of you. Keep that in mind. We tend to see prices perk up and do quite nicely around August time, so let's just do a nice quick refresh. But all of the skins that we've seen come out over the past month definitely will be of concern, and we should be a little bit cautious about it. And it looks like Monument's Glass has now overtaken the Capybara Rock. Unforgivable. So yep, that's basically it. Best of luck to all of you. Yeah, that's it. I'm comfy. I'm happy. Chat, are you good? Chat, are we all good? Are we happy? Is everyone happy? How many of you bought whiteout boots? Oh my god, what's happening with this? Look at it. 988, 9,500 requests to buy. Oh, madness. Well, maybe we'll never see something like that ever happen again. Thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Have a lovely weekend. And if you invested into Reptile Hunter like I did, congratulations. We succeeded. Best of luck. See ya.